Hey, we are live. We are back once again. Brandon Weaver here once again. I appreciate you coming back at you. Wanted to make sure my chat box was ready to go here. The chat. Before I wasn't seeing the chat. Now I sees the chat. Okay. I'm very excited for y'all. Jimmy's Kicks. Hey, what's up? Good morning, Jimmy's Kicks. Appreciate you coming in. Hello, Matt Fig. Good to see all of the subscribe tribe coming in. Hello, subscribe tribe. This is phenomenal. Thank you so much. Tabitha, thank you. Jeremy, Kenneth, Tina, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Brenda, good morning. Awesome. Hi. Hello. Good to see you. Someone says Sage Stream. Someone just came out and just said Sage Stream. Yes. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Okay. Excellent. So everybody's coming in. They want to know about the new laws that's going to help you repair your credit. Okay. I don't know if you noticed this or not. Some people get in tight, Jerome. Come on. You know the deal, son. Okay. I don't know if some of you know or not. Friday, yesterday, September 21st. Okay. I like to wait to make sure it's true. So the next day, 24 hours later, the subscribe tribe knows. Okay. Law was signed, okay, 100% effective now. September 21st, you can now freeze Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, the big three, for free. For free, okay? Before you used to have to pay $3 to $12, depending on what state you lived in, okay? So you can now go ahead and freeze those suckers up. Now, this was a year after. It took a whole year from the Equifax breach for this to happen for us. So you can now freeze for free. But you're saying, Brandon, that just stops fraudsters from getting my information and opening up credit cards and, maybe starting loans and stuff in my name. What if somebody's trying to open up utilities in my name? Well, I got you covered, okay? NCTUE. I had to write my book because NCTUE for me is a little bit of a tongue twister. Okay, NCTUE. We talked about it all the time. They're a utilities company. A utilities bureau that talks to utilities company and other individuals who want to obtain that data to put utilities in your name, so you can freeze them out. Now you're saying, Brandon, okay, great, my utilities are safe, my bureaus are safe, my credit cards. What about my banks, son? My banks, what if somebody wants to open up a bank account in my name? You want to freeze up check systems, all right? Now, a lot of people don't know LexisNexis and check systems are tight. You can freeze up LexisNexis as well, but that's part of our whole process. Now, let me tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and give you the information to freeze up right now in the chat. Freeze up Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion for free, okay? Put it in the chat right now so y'all have it. Now, what you're going to do is if you go ahead and freeze, and you want to get your winter on, right? Winter is coming. You want to get your freezed up. You want to get that on. You want to make sure to maintain your PIN number. So you go through the process, and it's all out there for you on the net now. So it's all there. But you want to go there. You want to select the security freeze. You want to jot down your PIN number. So if you ever need to thaw it out, you want to get your mortgage, your car, you can open it up. You can get your rates, right? You can get better rates because you're doing your credit repair, right? Everybody's on that 609. Everybody's either doing it with the Awesome Live or 609. Hey, you've got email support with me as well, okay? So if you need anything, let me put up my email because this is the thing. Not everybody, gets this chance to come on live on a Saturday afternoon. Some people got to work. Some people got to, hustle. Somebody got to do the family stuff on the weekend. Some people are out there, kids stuff on the weekend. So make sure to put the email out. So if you're watching the replay, you can get it on live, no worries. I'm going to put this email right now so everybody has it. Check the chat. Look around. It's very easy to get my email and email me, okay? So we have questions and answers. I'm sure you have questions, so feel free. Put your questions up there. I want to go over one other item before we got into your questions. And this is fantastic. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Someone was saying 72,000 subs here. This is amazing. Moving up. This is great. Thank you so much for being part of the subscribe tribe. If you're not, please hit that bell for notifications for the next time I go live, right? If you're watching the replay, hit the subscribe button and put subscribe tribe down below. All right. So hard inquiries coming off. CFPB was clutch, this individual says. This person went to the CFPB. They filed a complaint. I'm looking at it here. In response to your complaint filed on April 11th, this was back, well, excuse me. This was filed September 19th, okay, just a couple of days ago. Status feedback requested a couple of days ago, but they got a hard inquiry April 11th. They did not obtain credit through this financer. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. Don't want to put everybody's business out there, right? It says, unfortunately, our company was unable to approve financial application for you. As a gesture of goodwill, we reached out to Experian to request the inquiry of the credit be removed. This is through the CFPB portal. Yes, it's a complaint. This goes beyond just what they're playing games. Complaint, okay? As a gesture of goodwill, we reach out to Experian and adjust it, okay? We cannot guarantee that the hard inquiry will be removed. However, if not removed, the hard inquiry will be listed as a soft inquiry. Okay, you're hearing it here, right? Right here with the subscribe tribe. Soft inquiry. They can change, see, they can do whatever they want. They'll play all sorts of games. They're going to change a hard inquiry to a soft inquiry so it doesn't affect this individual's score. Please allow Experian 30 to 60 days to process your request. Okay, should you have any questions, here's our number, here's the financial center number for that lender. Do you see how much power you have? Do you see what can happen when you do the steps and go through the process? Yes, this person had to go through the CFPB. Unfortunately, they were playing games and whatnot, but it worked. And they said, you know what? Even if we can't get the hard inquiry, we'll change it to a soft inquiry. We can adjust things. We can help you when they want to. Because this individual is going to do business with them in the future. They're going to come back. They want that person to be creditworthy. So you think they want a hard inquiry on there? No. You can do this. You can do this yourself. 609creditrepair.com. We can do it for you. All right. I'm going to get into some of your questions. That way, you know, you're getting the full live experience, right? And make sure you're freezing those up. This law is helpful to you guys. All right. It's helpful to me. It's helpful to all of us. Nice. Just filed a complaint this morning with CFPB against Equifax and TransUnion for not replying in 30 days. That's absolutely true. If someone doesn't reply, a bureau doesn't reply in 30 days, you can send the non-response letters. I actually had a question email me a question in here. I get so many emails and questions that someone asked, hey, you know, when I send the non-response letter, does that now be another dispute? Is that a dispute? Is that in lieu of dispute? How much time do they have? Yes, it's still considered a dispute because you're disputing. You're just disputing under the grounds that they didn't respond within 30 days and need to remove the trade lines that haven't been verified within 30 days because they want to not do their job and not follow the law. So when you send that, yes, you take the 30-day time, you take that chunk, you wait for them to respond, then you can send your next round. Okay. Now, Southern Styles, I like that with the Z, Southern Styles, they're not responding. I go straight to CFPB. CFPB is clutch, like we were talking about before. This individual got a hard inquiry removed. And if it's not going to be removed, it's going to be turned to a soft inquiry. It works. Another individual complained about a collector. They found out that the collector didn't have the foreign qualification and the license to be in that state and collecting, came off. Okay, and you're going to see some videos come out about that shortly, about how these collectors not only have to be licensed if the state says it has to be licensed, but also may need to be foreign qualified to do business if they're a corporation in another state trying to collect in your state. So there's a lot of great laws and avenues that we have for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications for all those videos when they come out, okay? When I thought it out, 3 days of collections popped up. Do collectors troll your report, Tabitha? I had a collector troll my report. This was a collector from years ago, pardon me, they had lost their lawsuit against me. I already had it dismissed, they lost. They were done years ago, disputed it years ago. I pulled my credit report. I saw a soft inquiry from these collectors, almost like they were looking for something. Okay. And these guys are trolling. They're trolling because they're trying to make money. They're trying to see where they can fit in, where they can get in. They're not supposed to have all this information. They're not supposed to have your social and your date of birth and all this stuff. What gives them that right? Okay. Already, like I was talking before, and I had someone write in, but there's a video that's going to come out, but I'll give it to you guys now in the subscribe tribe because you're here. Cases of collectors, student loan collectors, are being dismissed and kicked out of state courts because they're not properly following the laws. They were not properly registered as foreign corporations in the state of New York at the time, and there's New York. They tried to come in and sue. They couldn't. Okay. These collectors trolling. They're fools. They're foolish. They don't have what they need to have. That's why it's so great that this new law allows you to freeze people out. Tabitha, dispute these suckers. The validation letters, the 609 letters. You can do a complaint. Okay, you can send a collector fails to validate letter to the bureaus. Reinsertion letter if they're trying to put stuff on there that was popped up from before. Okay, all this is to your avail. Go through the process, a couple rounds. If they want to play games, CFPB courts are open to you, and they are on your side. They follow the law. That's what's so great. The court is about the law. It's not about if this or maybe or that. It's the law. Well, well, who's this and that? I'll prove it's mine. Prove it's mine. Prove you can collect in the state. Prove your license to collect. Let me see your bond, your insurance. Let me see everything that you're supposed to do. That's how we won the case. That's what we saw in my discovery. That's why I learned a lot of this stuff. I went through some hard times. You might be going through hard times, but you're going to come out to the other side and it's going to be great. Okay. Going through refinancing my car, is it going to affect my credit score? Jose, great question. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how you're doing it. If you go to credit union, they pull your score one time from one bureau, it's going to have a very, very small effect. Then once the car has a lower interest rate and you're paying more on time, your credit score is going to go more than likely, right? It's going to go up. So you might have a little and then a right? That's what it's going to look like for you more than likely. So Jose Rodriguez, thank you for that question. It's great. People are always concerned. I'm going through the credit repair process. What happens if I go ahead and get a trade line? What happens if I get something, a new secured car? Hey, or unsecured car. I went through it too. The credit score went up. I utilized some stuff, came back down just a little bit, and I went back up, a little bit down, right? Like the stock market ticker. This is where we're heading, up and down, up like that, okay? Should we handwrite the account numbers in the collection agency creditors, or should we type them in the dispute letters? I'm glad y'all watch these live streams because I can get directly to your questions. A lot of people watch the replays. You definitely should. This is where a lot of the secret magic happens. You can do either, okay? People will be out there. They're going to say, hey, use yellow legal pads and use blue ink, and you can read the scanners with staples. Hey, we've done it all. Staples, highlighters, handwriting, typed. The law, and I've sought out individuals who have been in this game 25, 30 years, okay, ahead of me. The law is the only thing that removes items. If you're worried about being the system, great. We have the demand letter that says you can't use eOscar. You're supposed to do your own investigation. You cannot merely parrot what the collectors and creditors are saying. I said, let them scan my letters. I don't care. Here's the thing, too. If you handwrite, they still have the ability to hand scan. They can look at manual review, and they can put in a code. Okay? They're not going to waste their time. Oh, I'm trying to come up around it. Yeah, you absolutely can. I've signed in blue ink. I've handwritten stuff. I've done typed letters. I have seen results with all of it. All of it. When I first started, I was on my own. I typed. I signed, still got results. Okay? Still got results. The thing is the law. When you're quoting the right laws, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you're using the right laws that say, hey, you can't use eOscar, you have the case law with the collectors, you have the CFPB, you have the courts, you can win. You don't necessarily need to worry too much about that. Get those letters out, get them certified, get them notarized. You're going to be okay. Thank you so much, Elijah Blue. We love you down here in Florida. Appreciate you. Rome Flowers, appreciate you. Yes, got the paperback version. Excellent. Journey Gray. Okay, Grady. Okay, Journey Grady. You got the paperback version. Yes, of course. There's always support for the purchasers. Always support for the subscribe tribe. And support, if you're on the fence and you need some support, need some help, you can email me. Okay? We are here to change lives. Okay? We are here. This is a Saturday afternoon, and I'm working because I love it. I love being able to, and I feel like, you know, what else would I be doing? This is it, okay? So let me make sure you got my email. You got the paperback version, of course. Without saying, you can support right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have you dealt with these collectors? Collector done 2 rounds of debt validation, second round CFPB complaint, they are being a pain. Okay, great. So, Isaac, this is wonderful. They're playing your game, right? Because you're sending everything certified mail. That's why we don't dispute online. And a lot of people, even myself, you go through some struggle, some strain. When you come out to the other side, not only does it feel better, but it's going to happen because you're doing the right stuff. So you've kept all your files, you kept everything, you've got the complaints, you got everything good. Better Business Bureau as well, complain with them. Now you've only gone through 60 days, you've only gone through 2 rounds. Make sure you send your collector fails to validate letter to the bureaus, okay? Send a 623 letter to the creditor. You'd be surprised what happens when the creditor starts saying they don't have the information. The collector's supposed to have the information. The collector says, oh, we don't have the information. We're not sure who has what. Then, Isaac, demand letter saying they can't simply use eOscar. They need to provide you the information, original instrument of indebtedness. Isaac, you're very, very close. Trust me. They try to push back after a round or 2. You go through 3, you go through 4, they're gonna crumble. Okay, I've seen it. I've gone through the process. This is why you want to be here on this channel. Okay, not only do we go through the process, we tighten it up every day at the Awesome Life Group. Or you can get the work done, theawesomelifegroup.com. Yes, if you have a relative here, Sabrina, who wants to dispute student loans, you can dispute student loans. Either way, you can do it on your own. Support here, we can do it for you. We've seen some results with people getting allowed student. I mean, there's videos that we've seen. People getting student loans off, getting late payments off, okay? It's different to each individual, but yes, it can happen for you. Potentially can. Okay, sent round 1 a while back. Can I send round 2 now? A while back, okay? Depends what a while back is, yeah? I'm gonna scroll and see if you sent anything. But if it's more than a month or 2, I would say you probably wanna make sure either you have that documentation that's notarized, okay? Or you start again. Because a lot of people will be like, well, it was more like 5-6 months, and I don't really know where that original letter is that proves that I sent it, and I'm not really sure. Also, it's going to be stronger for you if you sent it a while back. I'm not sure what that is. To make sure that the process is clean every 30 days. That's going to be much stronger for you than saying, well, if you had to file a complaint, well, yeah, I sent something back, 3 months ago, and then I sent something 6 months later, and then a few months there, and 3 months there. It doesn't look as tight, right? It doesn't look as clean. The bureau's gonna be like, we don't know what he's talking about, what this person is talking about. This person is sending sporadic. Why would you think that this would work, right? Why would you think this is crazy? You said that you had to respond in 30 days. They respond in 30 days. You asked their method of verification 6 months later. We don't know. Stay on tight. Start again. Keep it strong, okay? That's why we dispute every 30 days. Every 30 days, trap them up, okay? Gonna watch the replay coming in on the tail end. Yeah, watch that replay. Can I be added as an authorized user if my 3 bureaus are locked or frozen? Great question. Yes, usually you can, okay? They don't always have to pull your report. From what I've seen from being authorized user or adding people as authorized user, excuse me. No, either way, I think I have 1 card that I'm AU on. It's kind of relevant on the score. But anyway, usually they're not looking into your report. There's usually not a hard inquiry, right? But if your report isn't reporting, they're saying, oh, we can't report it because there's a freeze. You thaw it out. You make sure it gets reported within 30 days, and you can freeze it back up, okay? Each bank is different. I will tell you that from what I've seen. Some do the soft inquiry, some do a hard inquiry, and some do no inquiry. Most of them don't do an inquiry. Most of them don't look into it. Some want social, some don't. Some want income verification like Amex and stuff like that for primary card holders. Sometimes they don't for primary card holders. It's very unique and interesting. Danny with the fire. Hey, Danny, if you need anything, Danny Moten, make sure to reach out to me in an email. At the package last year, I think you're good. If you need support, email here. You might want to update your addresses. Okay, you might want to update your address. Average time to improve credit. Everybody's different. Everybody is different. Some people get some good results in a round. Some people take 2 or 3. Some people take a little bit longer. It depends on what's life. It depends on what you have. Some people get BKs off right away. Sometimes they get them off later. Some people get student loans off right away. Sometimes they get them off later. Depends what you have, right? You might have something very complicated. You might have bankruptcies, evictions, foreclosures, student loans. Somebody might have a few collections. I have a gentleman who hit me up on Instagram. Okay, you guys can probably follow me if you'd like. Yeah, on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram, says, hey, I got these 2 collections. That gentleman is going to probably, more than likely, have a quicker credit repair with 2 collections than someone who had, like myself, had 15 negative accounts on 3 credit bureaus, right? And student loan goodwill adjustments. And I had a card that was defaulted, but I had to, they gave me a new card, and then they disputed the old one, and it was complicated. I had to do a paper delete. So it's a little bit more complicated, right? So it's going to be different for each individual. Due to medical bills, I'm sorry, William, I had to file BK, and it's unfortunate that you had to do that, because we really should have some healthcare for people in place here. You shouldn't have to go bankrupt for your medical bills. I'm sorry that you did that. I had to go through that. It's been a year since I got it finalized. Can you guys remove it? Can you guys remove it? I guess, you added a D there. Potentially, we've seen it. We've seen it come off. We've seen issues with the validation process, verification process, right? So they're not going to the courthouse. They're very specific. I think there's a video coming out. I know there's a video coming out. I know there's a video coming out about LexisNexis and Equifax having very special secret collusion, if you will. I'll actually put that up for you, since y'all here at the Subscribe Tribe. I'll put LexisNexis and Equifax, and they literally have a rundown here. Yep, Equifax consumers. I'm going to put this link up for you. It says LexisNexis is a provider of certain public record information to Equifax. That is the first, I'm reading it right from their website. LexisNexis Risk Data Retrieval Services is a provider of certain public record information to Equifax. Okay, and I'll put the link for you guys. Right there, we know that's where they're going for the BKs. We know to freeze them out. We know to dispute with LexisNexis. We understand that process. Is it possible? Yes, it could happen for you. You could do it with 609 letters. You could dispute. You could have us do it at theawesomewifegroup.com. We've seen results, okay? But again, each individual is different. Every person has their own recipe to move up like that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Give yourselves a thumbs up for being here on a Saturday afternoon, morning, afternoon, early brunch, right? The brunch bunch. That's who we are. Okay. My husband has a collection that shows on Experian report, but he hasn't received any type of correspondence from them. What should we do? Okay, Jessica. If you're disputing and you haven't seen any correspondence, you send that non-response letter. Okay. But if there's a collection on there and Experian didn't say anything about it, right? Well, this gives you the opportunity to dispute. Yeah. They're usually not going to tell you, oh, hey, by the way, they're going to reach out to you, give you a call, or send you something in the mail. Hey, this is your credit score. These are the negative items on there. Would you like to dispute? You can dispute under these Fair Credit Reporting Acts, and we're going to help you out. They don't want to help us out. We're the consumer, the customers of the banks, and the banksters, if you will. So people say. So, super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This individual, I've seen the Subscribe Tribe. He's been a part of, been putting comments, great comments, and things like that. I've noticed this avatar. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is a great question. Okay, so the collections paid in full, original showing up on one report and collection showing up on another. This is cool because I have had to do, I did a pay for delete with a Firestone credit card. Okay, they had everything. I just was like, forget it. It's $500. I'm done with this. They sent me a fax saying that, and someone hit me up on Instagram and was like, hey, I'm going to get a pay and discount and delete. We have a video out on discount and delete. They were going to discount half and they're going to pay it, and it was going to come off, okay? So you paid, may not have gotten the deletion portion, right? If you did and you have something in writing, send that into the bureaus with your dispute letters. Come right off, okay? How do I get paid in full, accounts removed, dealing with both original and collection agency? Okay, this is great. It's paid. They don't want to go through the process of disputing. Okay, they really do not. They're not going to make any more money on it. They have to run disputes under the law. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, they must dispute. They must run the dispute. How much time and energy and hourly wage they have to pay someone to do this dispute that you've already paid on, right? They don't want to do it. So the original is showing on the report. I'm guessing the original creditor, yes. A 623 method letter will help you in this instance. When you ask them, hey, I want to see the proof of, and you can do this. I did this for a loan. I said, I basically want to see everything that I paid. I need documentation of the contract, the application, the original contract or application that I signed. I want to see this for you can say for whatever reason, okay? Under the law, you're allowed to, 623, fact 312, right? And the Fair Credit Reporting, 623. But you could do other things. Oh, well, I'm going through my, I'm going to get a mortgage here, I'm going to get a house, I'm a loan. I need to see for my tax reasons, my business reasons, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're supposed to give it to you, okay? They're going to say, oh, well, we sent it all to the collector. Oh, really? Well, you need to stop reporting on and dispute this, right? Directly with the collector. The 623 allows you to then trap them up and say, oh, well, we didn't get anything from the original. The collector doesn't have anything. Okay, great. I'm not sure how this is on my report anymore, right? And supposedly this is paid. I don't understand this. So you can file complaints with Better Business, FTC, CFPB, all that good stuff. As they come off, okay, the others will start to fall like dominoes. So if the original kind of comes off or the collector kind of comes off, the other two are going to kind of have far less weight because then it looks funny to the bureaus. It's the same way when you have a bankruptcy and you have the accounts included with the bankruptcy, okay? So you have this BK and the accounts included in the bankruptcy, and then all of a sudden, all those accounts are gone, and then the address is gone that's associated with this, and LexisNexis is gone. Where are they going to get this? You'd be surprised at how they cross-reference things, right? You're like, oh, the collector's here, the creditor's here. Well, that must be something. But then this goes away, and then you're like, well, how did this collection get here? And there's no address attached to it, right? You're cleaning up your address. Okay, well, how did this get here? And then you send in the bureaus, well, they failed to validate. And I talked to the original creditor, and they don't have anything, and it's not on my report anymore. How is this still here? You see how that works? Now, the fact that you paid is fantastic. In the future, if anybody is going to pay, do your very best to get something in writing that they're going to remove it. Or you can dispute prior to that. See if they want to go through that process, okay? I really appreciate you in the super chat. This is fantastic. Again, 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, all right? And if you have further questions after this live stream, because I know not everybody's going to want to stay on here for 30 minutes, an hour, you got to come and go. You got kids, you got families, you got businesses to run. You can email me. Make sure that you get in the email, slide up in my inbox, get your questions answered. Yes, Saturday night, I will be here doing emails. Am I going out? No. I stays on my credit repair. I stays on my grind because you guys do too. You help me keep doing this. We're at 72,000 subscribers. It's phenomenal. We have over 200 people in here. I appreciate you. Please give a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications for the next time we go live. The tribe goes live. All right. The phone. So dispute town. Yes, you could dispute over the phone. You could dispute hard inquiries over the phone. It's definitely a possibility. It's going to be a pain in the butt though. And the mail is much easier. I've called bureaus before. You get sent overseas. My partner's done stuff overseas. It's a pain in the butt. It can happen, but it takes forever. And you really want those certified mails in there. Okay. Let's see. We got. Same month I paid off note. Can this be removed? Yeah, late payments on car note that was paid off 2 years ago. Congratulations on paying off your car. That's amazing. Late payment, same month I paid off the note. Can this get removed? Yes, I've seen it happen. It potentially can. That happened to me with some of my student loans. I had late payments for a period of time. Sent in Goodwills, called Goodwills, disputed late payments. I did it all. I was very surprised when I was younger that it happened. Just one day it updated. And I got an email about that the other day. Somebody had just updated. Boom, just updated. Okay. You can send the Goodwill disputes. You can send the disputes for the late payments. We have a special late payment dispute letter. Okay. You can send a 609 dispute letter saying unverified late payment. You can call. You can go through all that process. It's going to take some time. It took me some time. Okay. It took several months for me. It might be faster for you. It might be, who knows, right? You can have this updated as positive. I've seen it with my USAA credit card. I've seen it with student loans. It is possible. When we're talking USA, we're talking a big deal bank here, okay? I keep records of government. Fun, you know what I mean? Like it's a big deal. It can happen. I've seen it happen for a lot of people. Let's see what we got. Garrett Still, cancer-free, Brandon. Congratulations, Garrett. Garrett was an individual who was part of the Subscribe Tribe, who was fighting cancer and doing credit repair at the same time. He says he is now cancer-free. Congratulations, Garrett. Excellent work. Phenomenal. You've been sending in emails, going through the process, letting us know how things have been going for you. I appreciate you letting the Subscribe Tribe know that you can fight, you can be healthy, and you can do your credit repair. This guy's awesome. What's your email, George? Okay, make sure I put up my email. Apologize if the typing is loud. Thank you very much. Okay, this is interesting. DC just got a response from medical collector that don't send me a bill from the hospital. That only shows, oh, they sent me a bill. Okay, level 4 service and patient type description ER. Is this a violation of HIPAA? Okay, not sure exactly what you're don't. Okay, so if it's a level 4 service and patient type description ER, that's it. That's all they have. Could be, truthfully, from what I've seen, it's just date and time and what it cost. I have not seen services rendered that didn't need to have HIPAA attached to it. I'm not precisely sure what you're looking at, but to me, it sounds like it's a HIPAA violation. To me, you may want to, you can email me, but send in your HIPAA disputes. It's very specific. If they have medical records, if they have medical information, and they're not giving you that signed HIPAA release, you want to dispute with your HIPAA dispute letters. And you get it at the Beyond Committed package, 609creditrepair.com. All right. Let's see. Holy crap, what I found on LexisNexis. Old owner of my house, his name, what? It's crazy. There's a lot of inaccuracies on there. Dispute, this negative stuff that's not yours or not accurate or not 100% per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? Let's see what we got. Thank you for great advice. I got 9 accounts off with my first round with your help. Wow. Melly Mel. It's my favorite person. So glad to be a part of the Subscribe Tribe. Thank you for all the great advice. I got 9 accounts off my first round with your help. That's phenomenal. Fantastic. All right. And anyone, if you're concerned, if you have questions, not only reach out to me, but look at the other Subscribe Tribe members here, right? Look at the other individuals who are having great success, are able to do this, are able to go through the 609 process right here now. Credit repair starts now. People are utilizing the system now because it is the law, right? Just like this new law that allows you to freeze up, freeze and seal, you're able to utilize these laws to help you, okay? Let's see. Now, this is very interesting. What do you mean my credit rating did not, but my, what? I'm not sure what do you mean my credit rating did not? Your credit rating. What is your, Miss Williams, what is your credit score? Can a credit card company charge customers a fee for reporting? Lady B Natural TV. Great question, okay? From my understanding, the credit card and bankers and banksters, as they like to people call them these days, they're just business people, we're playing the game and we're learning the game, and so we're going to play it and have a, stack the deck in our odds. They want to stack the deck in their odds. Typically, no. They're not going to charge you to report. Okay, they want to report because they want to either leverage and be able to make money on you in the future because you have good credit, or leveraging because you have bad credit, right? They usually make agreements saying that they're going to share data and information if they're going to use the reports. Okay, some people will bury it in fees, right? So you might get a trade line out there and they're like, oh, well, you need to pay an annual fee. Maybe that's their fee for charging. Okay, usually that's not going to be a problem. Okay, if they're not reporting, you are a business individual, you're an entrepreneur. I know, Lady BTV, I'm sure you're an entrepreneur. That's what you're doing. You take your business elsewhere if that doesn't work for you, right? Problem solved. How to resolve debts that's been sold to collection companies, right? So if it gets sold again, or it's been sold, or it's already sold, it's already there, the 623 method is great, right? Well, actually, I should probably read to you. Well, we've done this, but I'll do this. Okay, so basically the 623 method, because someone else was asking this as well, is you are asking the original creditor if they have the information, like the original signed contract. What is it that they're utilizing to basically put this on your reports? Okay, now not only are you able to ask them, you're also able to send a validation letter to the collector. Okay, see that folder? See, ooh, what the secrets that be in here. All right, so you're actually able to ask the collector the validation letter, right? With the validation letter too. This is circumventing the bureaus altogether. Okay. I contacted the collection agency your rep told me about, and they could not validate the debts. This collection agency subsequently removed all information regarding this account with my credit reports. This is inaccurate information. Is not removed from my report. I will be filing suit against your company. Okay. The verbiage can be adjusted. It can be customized. A lot of these letters, people email and they say, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? That's what I'm here for. That's what my team is here for. That's what we do at the Awesome Line for you. Yeah. So you can send that in. You can send the validation letters. You can dispute. You can have it come off. Now, the bureaus still, you can dispute with the bureaus and have it come off. The 609. Look, the dispute letters that I utilized was great. I pretty much disputed when I was doing. I pretty much disputed with the bureaus. Most of it came off. Had to reach out to one of the original creditors. Had to send some validation letters. But for the most part, the bureaus get trapped up and they have to dispute and they have to remove things that are not 100% verifiable. Let's see. Brandon, a funny dude. Thanks. Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'll have to make a video for you. I have seen and have them, and I've put them away. Someone wanted to see what the BK court says when they do not report. Okay. Usually the letter will say, and I've seen a few of them, which is great, and I'll make a special video for you. But basically it says, for all the subscribe tribe here, basically it says, whatever state or whatever, they'll have their seal, and then underneath it'll say, we do not release full socials to third party and third parties like credit bureaus. Credit bureau reporting, you need to speak with them. They start putting off things like you speak with them. They might be able to look into public records like Pacer system or other systems. It's open. But we don't give it out directly from the courthouse. Well, see, that's the thing. They have to go, the Fair Credit Reporting says they have to go to the original furnisher of that information for it to be 100% verifiable. Yeah. So if you want to see such a letter, I'll have to do it and redact some people's information and whatnot. But absolutely, absolutely. I'll make the subscribe tribe a special video. Thank you so much for asking. And if you guys have, other concerns, questions, comments, please put them here. I will get to them as the best that we absolutely can. The email is available to you. We are here to help you 100%. Let's see. Is it worth it to keep, let's see, now report. Oh, I have my Jewelers Club. That's great. Navy Fed. Good, good. But your Amexes aren't reporting the old history. Yeah. So they didn't backdate your history. Someone put you on AU. Okay. It might behoove you to leave it if it is helping your score. Okay. Just leave it alone. You can move forward too. You can find other ones that report history, the Chases, okay, the Barclays, the US banks, things like that. All right. Email me if you have more questions about trade lines. That's more specific to your needs, because I'm not really sure what your scores are and what your report looks like. Removing all addresses. Could they, would they pop up again on your credit report? No, probably not. For the most part, I have this section written down. And of course, in the reinsertion letter we've talked about before, they have to have a reason from the original creditor, original furnisher of that information to put it back on. It must be verified, validate, 100% verified, right? So if it came off, they'd have to figure out, okay, this is how this was put on. This is where we got this information. This is why. And they have to tell you within 5 business days. But for the most part, I would say most of the time, 95%, 98% of the time, once it's gone, it's gone. Okay. And that's my guesstimate, right? It's different for everyone. Everyone's an individual. It's crazy, man. It's wild how things are so unique to every individual on their credit. It is very, very intriguing. Okay. What's an open end to Amex? Okay, great. Very good question, because I was confused about that when I was younger. When I was first starting out, I was like, what's the point of this charge? I don't charge card and this and that. Okay, charge Amex. This is weird stuff. Why would somebody want an open end card? You can't carry a balance. Okay, so Amex does provide credit cards, revolving debt credit cards that give you a specific limit that you can utilize and you can carry the balance and pay interest on. Amex also provides charge cards. See that? Credit card, charge card. Amex will provide a charge card that is open-ended, meaning there is no hard close on the limit. That doesn't mean unlimited spending. A lot of people at Amex are very clear about that. You can't just keep spending and spending and spending, right? They give you a certain limit, purchasing power that they kind of know and adjust, but you don't have a hard limit, okay? Now, why would that be useful? Let's say you have a business and you have an American Express open-end card. Okay, we'll get to the business and then we'll go to the personal. And you need, let's say, furniture for your business, and you're investing a certain amount. You need the ability to not have a quote-unquote limit, a hard limit, right? And we've seen this in businesses. We're like, oh man, I really have to expand this month. I know that I want to move it all through a charge card, because not only am I going to get those points, those business points, I get a lot of benefits, right? People get a lot of benefits. People say, oh, I get a lot of benefits with that Amex, okay? So you move it all through the charge card, and now your purchasing power grows as well, okay? Now, again, I was like, why? Why would you want that? The bureaus look at that as a more advanced, okay, more advanced ability to handle credit. So they've opened it up a little bit, they haven't put as hard restrictions on you, and you're still able to make your payments every month. 30 days, you're paying this off. It looks stronger. Hey, this person's charging up, they're charging up all this furniture or whatever, they're paying it off. Okay, let's increase it. Their purchasing power moves quicker. It's not a credit line increase that they have to look in. Okay, let's look in and all this stuff. Okay, we can increase it this much and this. No, it's a big purchasing. And so the credit bureaus look for revolving credit cards. They look for the loans, okay? And they look for the open-end credit cards. So on the personal side, what's great is a lot of times people get these hard limits. You'll have more purchasing power. You have the ability, let's say you have some medical stuff or whatever. And Amex now is allowing people to carry over balances over a certain amount. You have to look into it. Certain people get the pay over time stuff, okay? It's very, very cool. It's helpful because those are the 3 categories that a lot of people don't realize that they need. Sometimes they'll get a credit card and they get the loan, but they don't know, oh, well, I had the mortgage, I have the car note, and I have a credit card, but I never got the Amex. I never got the open Amex. Those are gonna help boost your score. Does Bank of America Business Credit report to Business Experian? From my understanding, they do. From my understanding, Bank of America is pretty lenient with their lending for business credit. They're pushing hard for people to get credit cards with them, all right? And they do report, and they will even use that as part of the sales. I think, someone I know got a call and they were like, hey, are you interested in business credit? One of the best ways to get business credit is to have that credit card. Bank of America, we report and all this stuff. So it can be very helpful for you, especially if you're going to Pay that on time, every time, all the time, right? Okay, let's try and do, this is phenomenal. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate you so very much. I want to make sure that I get to as many questions and emails as I can. This has been a phenomenal weekend. Let's do one more question before we head out here. Let's see what we can do for you guys. And then I want you guys to go enjoy your Saturday and not worry about this stuff, because you are doing what you were supposed to do. You're changing your life. We are changing lives together, okay? This is great. Eviction. LexisNexis, okay? I received a report from LexisNexis, and there's a section that says I was evicted from my apartment. And I was not. How do I get that removed? This is great. CoreLogic also holds evictions. So we've got a nice video out here. If you're looking for evictions, you can search on our channel about evictions. LexisNexis, CoreLogic. Now, this individual says, hey, I was never evicted. Why would this be as an eviction? Exactly, okay? They've got to provide that kind of information. They've got to provide that notice to quit, vacated quit, notice that they put on. The reason I've never personally gone through an eviction, which is great, lucky, fortunate, right? They've got to have all this stuff documented in place. They've got to provide that information. They've got to show that it was a true eviction. Okay. A lot of times these apartment complexes are shortcutting it. What they're saying is, oh, well, maybe they left a little early, a month early, or maybe they owed a little bit. We're just going to label it as an eviction. It is not, and that's not legal. They're not allowed to say that it's something that it isn't. An eviction is a very specific legal term. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, can't give legal advice. I'm not saying specifically what your situation is, but it's the same thing with a charge-off. A charge-off is a very specific legal write-off term. Something can't be classified as a charge-off if it hasn't met those qualifications. Same thing with an eviction, okay? So not only can you dispute with your 609 letters, you can dispute inaccurate information. We have inaccurate information letters as well to go along with that. And you can put in there, was never evicted, not an eviction. Please provide physical proof that it was an eviction. Same thing with your 609 letters. Same thing when you do with this CoreLogic. Same thing if it's at the bureaus. This is defaming your character when you go out and you try to purchase something that brings your score down, right? You're trying to purchase something, or you're just trying to get another apartment, just trying to get another place. Oh, I can't get a place because I have this eviction, but it's not an eviction. And so they're going to be like, well, we don't know it's an eviction or not. This is what it says. So you can take them small claims for defaming your character. Inaccurate reporting. All of these guys. So with the bureaus, that's inaccurate reporting. With LexisNexis, inaccurate reporting. With the original furnisher of that information, that's defamation of character. And that is per damages, okay, right, with the original supplier furnisher of that information. That doesn't have that $1,000 cap, right? You can go higher and higher and higher because I can't get the right loan from a mortgage or house. I want to do investments, deals. This is costing me thousands and thousands of dollars. So this is a big deal for you. I appreciate you writing in here. And yeah, if you have questions, let me know. Okay? If Capital One closed your credit card account, can they still charge interest? This is great. I laugh at this because these banksters, right? These credit card companies try and play games. They try and charge interest. They're trying, okay. So it depends on the application which you signed. So they have all this stuff. They need to prove that they're able to do that, right? So did you sign something? Did you say that it was okay for them to charge interest after the fact? Did you say it was okay for a third party to charge interest? Typically, when they're waiting to get their payment, they will charge interest until they charge it off, okay? Until it's gone and out of their hands. The reason is because they're trying to squeeze as much as they can out of there. Every month, boom, 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 like clockwork, they say, hey, we're going to let you use our credit card, but you've got to pay back on your APR, yeah? They can close at their whatever, okay? But they have to have a specific agreement with you saying that, okay, yeah, well, after a certain period of time, during the period of your last payment, during this charge-off period, during this period of time, yes, we're still allowed to charge interest. Many of them want to do that because they're trying to make money, yeah? These guys try to leverage as much as they can for themselves, but the problem is the law is definitely on our side, okay? So when you dispute, and you want to see that original instrument of indebtedness, when you dispute with these credit bureaus and they don't have the proper verification, validation, you can have this come off, and potentially they're going to not be able to facilitate and potentially collect. Another reason they charge so much interest is because then they rack it up, and when they sell it to a collector, they say, oh, well, this debt is worth X, Y, and Z. Not just this little amount, but we've charged all this interest at 25%. Go collect. And so they can try, what they're really trying to do is pump it up. So when they send it off, trying to send this portfolio of junk, right? Junk collections to these collectors, they can charge more, get more of that 10 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, whatever they're trying to get. They pumped up and inflated all this stuff. It's a clever little trick for them, but it's not useful to you because the law is on your side. They're not going to do this to you. They're not going to do the extracting all this wealth from you. You're here, 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you. Awesome Life Group. Yes, we have helped individuals with hard inquiries at the Awesome Life Group, Jimmy. If you have questions or concerns with that, feel free to email me. Hard inquiries just depend on what you're going for and what your needs are. Sometimes the collections charge-offs are more important than the first go-round. We always ask for here's the thing. Non-account holding inquiries can always be demanded to be removed. Okay, always, always, always. It's possible. We do it. It's part of the process. But if you really want to be specific, we want to use the 604 method, then we start going in there surgically after we do some of your bigger stuff, the collections, the bankruptcies, the student loans, things that are really pulling you down. Start inquiries if you got shotgun blasted at a auto dealership, then yes, of course, we want to make that a priority. But hey, some people are like, look, I understand these hard inquiries are chilling there, but let's get these bigger guys off first. So it just depends. So let's see what you've got and let's go from there, okay? Okay, house is at almost 12%. Credit's not good enough to get down. You want to get those negative, nasty items off. You want to start building good credits, all right? Self-lender guys, people have done really well with self-lender. Secure credit builder card, creditbuildercard.com. They're really good. Those things, if you're really struggling prior to disputing, getting the negative, nasty items off, you can help build your credit. AU trade lines, start boosting that score. So when you're like, okay, I want to refinance, you're ready to go. You get that house down to 5%, 4%, right? 3%. That's 3 to 5%, 3 to 6%, right? It's high, 6%. But 12, that's going to be rough, right? You're just probably struggling with that. So I appreciate you for writing in and being so honest with the subscribe tribe and let us know that it can be difficult out there. Your credit is going to heal. It's going to get better. You're here. You're doing the work, all right? Oh, yes. You know what, Corey, people want to know. Let me give you the website, the Awesome Life Group. Okay. And then if you want to do it yourself, great, cool. Mic, get a better mic perhaps, all right? Yes. Felicia, no, Credit Karma is not accurately reporting. Correct. Usually Credit Karma is not accurately reporting, okay? Send verification validation letters to medical collectors. It's been 45 days, what I do, okay. We have a non-response letter for collectors, okay? Collectors want to play games. They want to say, oh, we didn't get your stuff, or we don't have to worry about Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, whatever, we don't know, whatever. You have a letter, a non-response letter directly to them saying, hey, I did send it, I sent it certified, this is the tracking, this is what's happening. Now I'm sending a collector fails to validate letter to the bureaus. And if you guys don't respond, I'm going to see if CFPB and go to court, and it's going to be done, son, okay? These guys want to play games and not respond under the law. And that's the thing. The law is on your side. All right, guys, let's see what we got. Happy Saturday to all. Notification squad, subscribe, tribe. Dang, I'm late. Vape in Hollywood, good to see you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone here, okay? I want you to know that if you have any other questions or concerns, my email is here for you. I put it several times, but I want to make sure that you all have it. I'm sure you all have a lot of questions, worries. What about this? What about that? I'm here for you. Okay. My team is here for you. 609creditrepair.com. If you're watching the replay, a lot of individuals like to sit down, watch these replays. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. I appreciate you all being here on a Saturday afternoon when you could be doing potentially other things. It's very, very impressive that you guys care. I care. I want to be back. All right. I want to keep doing these. So hit that bell for notifications so we go live on the next weekend and the next weekend and the next weekend. All right. So I can get some great information out for you guys on student loans, on these business credit, on, right, and NCTUE, freezing them up so that people can't be looking at your utilities. All right. So they can't, some people have utility bill issues, right? Collections and all that stuff. In fact, I'm going to read one thing for you guys, 700 Club, before we sign off. Okay. A friend's non-response question, because there's some people that are just getting non-response, right, from collectors and whatnot. So I'm helping a friend of mine with her journey. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm in the 700 Club, 718 FICO for this Subscribe Tribe member. Okay, 609 member, you doing it himself. Okay. Let's see. I'd imagine that it will go even higher because there's still one collection account showing across the 3 credit bureaus. So got almost everything off, just one left. Okay. This feels amazing. Thank you for all your assistance. My friend hasn't received anything in the mail from the 2 bureaus. It's been 48 days, just like yours was 45 days, okay? I've already sent her non-response letters in the mail. A couple of letters went out. The question is the non-response letter a dispute, or can I send the disputes at the same time, okay? And I apologize if I'm repeating myself, so we go live on these live streams. So I just want to make sure that if you're coming in late, or perhaps you haven't made it to this, you skipped around on the replay, whatever. The non-response letter does facilitate a dispute and gives them that 30 days to respond. However, what's great is if they don't respond in that time, again, you have them trapped up even further. The courts, they're supposed to remove stuff, right? So if they can't verify within 30 days, it's supposed to be removed. And they're supposed to provide this information to you to be able to remove things, right? So this individual is helping their friend now. They're in the 700 Club. They got 718. They only have one collection left. This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. And I appreciate you guys for writing in and sending emails. Okay. Yes. Is it possible to stop your student loan garnishment? Man. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Student loan garnishment. These guys, they're wild, right? So if they're federally backed, they kind of do whatever they feel like they want to do. Okay. To stop it immediately would be to do a rehabilitation. So you go through the 9 payments, they stop the garnishment. Great. That gives you a little shore up, right? What you can also do prior to that is you can ask for the original instrument of indebtedness. You can find out who has the right to do this collection, this garnishment. You can dispute with the bureaus. People have had success disputing with the bureaus and getting it off, and having an income-driven plan, and having rehab, and having stuff discharged under certain reasons, right? Okay, so you can go through the process too. It's possible for you as well. The big thing with you're going through a garnishment right now, the rehabilitation program might be able to get them to stop taking money from your check, okay? We've had an individual who went through a similar situation. It will help. You want that 15% back on your check. You don't want them to be able to garnish you, right? Does LLC debt pass to owners? Great question. It depends on how the debt, the company, not just the company structure, but how the debt is structured. So if you do not give a personal guarantee, you go through, like, let's say our credit builder program where you're doing the net 30s and you build up its own credit profile, and you get something you get an unsecured card that has no personal guarantee and you're using that, typically no, it doesn't pass on. Okay. Depends what you sign for, Mario, personally signed for. Sometimes we have offices with no personal guarantee, just in the LLC's name. Okay. Or Pitney Bowes we have. Okay. So that stuff doesn't pass on. So when we were getting a new mail system, right, for Pitney Bowes, I was like, okay, what is this? What is that? What is this? And I was like, oh, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I'm not as concerned. Not saying that we're going to run around and run out, because that will affect your business credit score, right? If you're not paying on time. But I was like, you know what? If all worse comes to worse, it's not going to flow through. It's not going to flow through to me, right? So some LLCs single member LLCs, everything flows through, or if you're in a partnership, it might flow through, or if you're in a specific S Corp or something of this nature, it could flow through. So people are worried that debts flow through too. Depends how it's structured in each scenario, in each situation. Depends on what you're guaranteeing. A lot of times, you know, merchant accounts or bonds, they might want you to personally guarantee. It's different than maybe a credit card, okay? Maybe then a trade line, something like that. So just be specific in what you're doing. C Corps tend to have the greatest distance between its owners, okay? So C Corp, it has the greatest distance between its owners and its corporate structure. There's really no flow through. There's some fringe benefits, but there's really no flow through. Everything is in the company's name. So does an LLC debt pass to the owner? Again, how it's structured, the LLC can have a qualification, the taxing structure as a C Corp, an S Corp, a partnership, a single member, sole proprietor. So take a look at how you're structured and with your lawyers and your attorneys, all right? Now, you can, okay, great, yes. So you can, oh yeah, the IDR of student loans, like $5 a month. Yeah, there's some really great programs out there for you guys. If you have more questions, okay, you can email me. I'll put my email up here. We've got the video series here. We've got the 609 credit repair letters that you can get that beyond committed package at 609creditrepair.com. If you really don't have the time, if you really don't want to do it, we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate everyone here. We've had phenomenal subscribe tribe member success, 72,000 subscribers and strong. I appreciate you all so very much. I really am blessed, and you guys have blessed me, and you're blessing each other and helping one another. Again, have a great Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. We're going to sign off now. We've done together. We've done over an hour here. Thank you so much. Watch the replay. Email me if you need anything else. Hit me up. And until I see you in person, guys, I will see you on the other side. Take care.